What's up, everybody? Another episode of Smoking That Ish. Martin is here. Thank you to D Game, of course, D Game Studios. If it wasn't for them, wouldn't be here. Smoking That Ish on Instagram. Also, Smoking That Ish at Gmail. Couple quick shout outs. Just Simpson, shout out. Thanks for being on the show last week. Really appreciated it. Hash Hound, Mitzel Glass, and From the Hills. Look at that. I almost forgot. But yeah, just thank you a ton for doing the show last week. Great time. Shout out to Charlie Hempseed just for fighting the good fight. You know what I'm talking about, brother. You know what you're doing. Black Hills Cultivation, Rapid City and Sioux Falls, East Coast and West Coast. Both locations open now. Ready to go. Ready to serve your growing needs, whatever you're growing, from tomatoes to cannabis. They got you. Mitchell Glass, available at Cloud9 Vaping Glass in Mitchell. Great glass pieces, superior buds, sold out of Belushi's Farms now, but they have a larger selection of halves and zips there now. Shout out to Big Sue Buds and Dakota Herb, of course, just because my daughter goes to school in Vermilion at USD, so I just hit up their dispensary a lot when I'm up there. And I actually like that one more than their main shop. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's smaller or something. Main shop has a great smell, though, because the grow room's right next to where you walk in. It's pretty nice. That's really all I got for too many shout-outs here. Not wasting a lot of time on shout-outs and stuff. Taking up too much time. Who wants to hear all that crap right at the beginning of the show, right? Right. Okay, good. Glad you agree. Quick intro here for my special guest I got. Rare Earth Craft Cannabis. We're going to be talking to half of their owners and their lead cultivator, all in one dude. And Rare Earth Craft Cannabis is a minority-owned, small family business with one passion and goal in mind: to provide the cleanest, highest quality medicine to patients. We achieve this by growing our cultivars. Is that how you say it? Nice. That was one. I should have looked that up, huh? Lack of professionalism stuff. Big words. In organic, no-till living soil, which provides the nutrients they need to flourish. Microbes break down organic material in the soil, which is then made into digestible nutrients for our plants. We do not rush any of our processes and let the plants lead the way, as quality is our focus. This also means that our flower is dried and cured until it is ready. That's beautiful. While this is our main goal and focus, there are others we are passionate about too. We utilize green and sustainable growing practices because we also understand how important it is to minimize our damage to the environment. We do not use chemical pesticides or fertilizers. We do not throw away our soils after each run. Instead, we use amendments to bring nutrient levels back up so we can reuse it. We also use green and biodegradable packaging to minimize waste. We think of our footprint and how to minimize it in every way we can. Back to the patients. They are at the center of why we grow the way we do. This is a powerful plant that can provide powerful relief, which is why it is grown with no synthetic chemicals. Once again, beautiful. From our compost teas to our soil amendments, everything we use to grow our cultivars is found in nature. Just as nature intended, no frills, no additives, no gimmicks. All natural, all organic, and handcrafted in South Dakota. And with me today, you can find that all on the intro to their website too, by the way. And with me today, I got Greg Larson, co-owner and director of cultivation. So saith the website. Yep. All right, welcome, dude. Welcome. Good to have you.
Good to be here.
Finally got you here. As far as I am concerned, you guys are the number one cultivators in South Dakota. As far as flower goes, nobody From the Hills has a couple products that get kind of close. They have a nice Cherry Garcia and stuff like that comes pretty but that Strawberry Twizzlers, that Stay Puffed, That Stay Puffed was, I mean, that's cannabinoid warfare right there. That stuff is, that's like you can make a bomb out of that. You throw just a little bomb full of that into a room and it just sparks it and pumps the smoke out. Everybody's like, "What's going on? What's happening? What? Oh, you guys want to watch a movie or something?" You just, like, dude, I'm a high strung kind of, really fidgety, as everybody probably fucking knows who's watched any episode of the show, really fidgety, high strung kind of guy most of the time. And that stuff mellowed me right the fuck out. That stuff was, and as far as like you said, you said you didn't know if you were going to run it again.
Yeah, I have a little bit more coming down, and I don't know. I have a hard time throwing away any plants. So
Of course.
I just want to hold on to everything and keep it around just in case.
Well, that one, even though it is potent, it's not like an all day smoke. As far as a medicine goes, how much of a like terpene profile have you gotten tested on that?
I think it was like maybe 3%, 2.5%.
Do you know what the top one was?
I'm not sure offhand.
Me either. I didn't do my homework
I would have to look. We got files of all that stuff, and
beautiful keeping records, dude. That's so awesome. Because I think we were talking earlier. I think like once a year, that one's a great one. Just for anybody who smokes, if you're out there, you got high anxiety, or you tend to like maybe you got a anxiety disorder with panic attacks involved or attached. Same thing with like PTSD. If you tend to have freakouts, if things set you off sometimes and you need something, you'd prefer something besides a pill, to calm you down. I really think this is one of them that could be more medicinal than most strains are, more medicinal than most flower. Like, I don't know. It had such a strong sedative high to it that I felt like it honestly could stop a panic attack or a super bad day. If you were sometimes people have bad days and they're like, fuck this day. I'm going to smoke, go to sleep. I'll try again tomorrow. I don't care. I always used to joke with my bosses at jobs that I used to have. I always used to joke with them and be like, if I shit my pants, dude, at work, I said, I'm done. I'm not going to go home, shower, and come back. I'm going to go home, shower. I'm going to go to bed. And I'm going to try again tomorrow. I failed that day. So that was always my thing. But yeah, if I could see having a really bad day and just having a little eighth of that or something off to the side. And, fucking, if I don't smoke, if I don't calm down, I'm going to fucking, say something or do something I'm going to regret. And you just smoke a nug of that. For real. It's just as good as like a lorazepam or something like that. Just as good without having to put a pill in your body.
Good. That's wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, I was surprised by it.
Yeah. I think that's what we're kind of trying to keep people away from with this medicine is.
Yeah. I had
pills, and
I had Cooper on here, Aaron Cooper on here, and he actually quit. He got off of opioids and stuff like that and meth and things. He got off of all that crap by using marijuana.
Yeah.
It helped him. Yeah, it helped him be calm because I don't know if you've ever done hard drugs at all.
When I was younger.
Yeah, and I'm in no way do I promote or recommend hard drugs to anybody. It's, some people grow up broken and shit happens trying to cope before you're smart enough to know why you feel the way you do. So, I mean, I went straight like towards marijuana when I was younger. So I knew the benefits of it. But if you smoke like meth or something like that for an extended period of time, it literally messes up your brain chemistry. I don't know if it messes up the chemistry or if it just fries neurons and stuff, but it can make you a different person in the long run. And trying to come off of drugs after years and realizing you're not who you were before, that's a whole new thing that can turn you right back to the drugs because you don't even want to know what you're like now.
Having to face yourself and figure out who you are, and
marijuana helped him do that.
Drugs are a tragedy of modern day society.
Yeah, and marijuana is not drugs.
No.
It's a plant. It's medicine. I mean, if anything, all the study, that studies have switched from THC and CBD content to terpenes, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, the doors that are going to open.
Yeah.
The doors that are going to open because they're going to be able to. I mean, you can go and you can pick up strains based on like this is what I have, this is what I need treated, this is what I'm trying to avoid, and you can go and do that. And I mean, that's for anybody out there. That's like it's comparable to being able to choose a prescription that works for you. That whole spiel that they feed you at the pharmacies and stuff, when they're trying to buy this, get that. Have you asked your doctor about this? Why in the hell would I go in and ask my doctor what medicine I should take? You know how arrogant and stupid that is? Hey, doc, can I try this? Heard it was fun.
Yeah. It's tragic and sad.
But at the same time, comically stupid. Just because there's no way people doing it don't know they're doing something wrong. Pushing pills to people and stuff. There's no way they don't know that that's wrong, and that if religion's all true and there's a hell or whatever, I mean, they're probably going there. Gonna be rich as shit until then, but then they're going. Your strawberry Twizzlers was, to get back to cannabis, your strawberry Twizzlers was one of the first strains that I had where it smelled and tasted the same.
Yeah.
Like not only like the same, because I recently retried From the Hills their roast mellow. I retried it because I had it. It was on the list, and I wanted to see if it was good or if it had improved because it's a later batch. Yeah. And it was actually a little bit better than it was before. And that's another one where you really taste like the marshmallow and stuff. But the strawberry Twizzlers, the smell, and then you grind it up and it intensifies the smell. And you're like, oh, man, I hope this tastes half as good as it smells. And it tastes just as good. And like you said, you cure until it's done, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely don't rush anything or try and push anything to market before it's ready.
And you can tell. You guys do such a good job. And that you can tell because I don't know if anybody's watched the previous episodes, whatever, or how much you know about cannabis, but if you don't get the chlorophyll out, if you don't cure it long enough, it can be harsh. And I've noticed that in some strains. I'm not going to shit on anybody or call them out or anything. But I've noticed that on a couple strains where it feels like they were rushed, and it feels like the harshness outweighed the goodness on it, because it was.
You get that really harsh smoke, and it's just not pleasant. Yeah,
when you're coughing, your eyes are watering and stuff, unless you're doing big old bong rips or something, you're not really shooting for that, And how have you handled the pressure to go big, to cut your quality? I know, I'm sure there's dudes out there like, you just cut just a little bit, you cut your quality, and you could be making so much more money. How do you fight the temptation to do that?
I guess I grew up poor, so I'm okay with being poor.
Ditto.
But like what we're putting out has purpose. Giving medicine to patients, it's not to be taken lightly.
Yeah, it's not for money or
no. I don't know. I don't think selling out would ever be even in the options for us. Which
is nice because you have a partner that is a co-owner. So you guys, that's also very nice because that way you guys keep each other honest too. Yeah. Because not only are you going to have to answer to yourself for any decisions, you will also have to answer to that person. And I imagine that they also have extremely high standards.
Yeah, she shares a lot of the same goals I do. And
you said she did the website.
Yeah, she does the website. She does all the licensing. She does a lot of. She does the really hard work, the really crappy work, like
Yes.
metric and compliance and
Waiting on the phone for people
yeah,
to, yeah.
she's
Oh,
pretty
God bless
amazing.
her, man.
She is
That's
pretty
nice.
amazing. I'm really lucky to have her.
Sweet. And that whole intro that I read, that was her. She wrote that.
Yeah.
That is
Oh,
typed on
she
there.
works her ass off every day. She is just busy,
I mean,
busy.
I got the reason I read that, I couldn't figure out a better way to describe the company. Like, she nailed it. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I think of your company. That's exactly what I think with your products and your stuff is a little bit pricier than other people's stuff. I can't always afford to get it. Sometimes I'm broke. Kids need shoes and shit, stuff happens. But when I can, if I got the extra to spend, for sure. For sure, because no matter what, that is a guaranteed. I know it's going to be a good bud. I know it's going to be a good strain. I know it's not going to be harsh, and I know it's going to taste good, and it's going to be memorable. Every strain is a memorable strain. Like the strawberry Twizzlers, memorable. The Stay Puft, memorable. What was that other one? Supreme Happiness. What was that one?
We have Serious Happiness.
Serious Happiness. There it is. That one. I had that one just cruising around. That I didn't even do that one on the show. I don't think. I just had that one and still I remember where I was when I smoked the first joint of that. We were on the road. We were cruising from Sioux Falls to here, and I was rolling up a joint of that, and that's the first time I had that. And that's the kind of flower that you guys grow is, and of course, riding passenger. I don't smoke and drive. Okay, I don't even have the talent, I don't think, to roll and drive. I know people do it. I know some of y'all can do it. Man, you guys are like talented like drummers, because I can't do that shit either, dude. I'll tap my hands or my feet, not both, dude. How long have you guys, when did your company start?
I think about a year and a half ago, we really kind of got together, and
No shit.
she had a vision, and I kind of told her, my vision, and they aligned, and we just kind of got to work.
That is insane that it's only been a year and a half.
I think so, yeah, because we've been licensed for a year now, and we were working.
Well, yeah, because you had to set up the business before you go for the licensing and all that. Yeah.
We had to write SOPs. We built everything ourselves.
What's an SOP?
A standard operating procedure. Like, basically, we just got to kind of outline what we're doing and let the state know and things like that.
Yeah. Which I imagine there was a lot of that going on at the time.
It was a task.
Yeah, it's good though. It's good though. You guys, I had a couple episodes ago where I kind of lost my temper on a few things because I was actually losing sleep at home. So I had to vent and, I don't want to talk any kind of shit to any company or about any company that I wouldn't say right here. So I got that out. But I do tend to prefer to keep things more positive just in general, because if you search out negativity, it's all you're going to find.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you get what you put out in the universe as well. I believe in that. I believe in karma. That's why I only did it, the one time, and then, but I do feel that I need to reference it because I don't want to act like I'm pretending I didn't do it,
Yeah.
So
we're all human, man.
Yeah, but I also explained that has nothing to do with people on the show. They don't have to share my views or any of that stuff. Everybody can think for themselves and think whatever they like. I don't pressure anybody. I'm not gonna like attack you with like awkward questions and stuff. I don't like that kind of like journalism, I guess. I don't know if I'm a journalist, really. I like to do interviews and stuff. I like to learn about cannabis, but I don't like that kind of journalism making the other person uncomfortable. I want people to come. I want this to be a fun experience, people to enjoy themselves so that they come back later on, because if you guys just keep doing what you're doing, I imagine like, down the road, you're going to have another cool batch of stuff coming, and I always love hearing about. You said about, speaking of things that you have coming, before I talk everybody into a coma, you said you had more of the strawberry Twizzlers coming in like 6 weeks. Is there?
Yeah, I have a bed of that down, and in that room I'm hunting some White Russian, which, if you know that Serious Happiness, That's an AK-47 cross with a Warlock, the Legacy Genetics. The White Russians AK-47 cross with White Widow. So that should be a
Oh,
really potent plant.
beautiful.
I have Scarlet Begonias in that bed, and I don't know the cross offhand, but they're showing wonderful vigor.
Does that have a really floral aroma?
We'll find out.
Oh, you know, it's not pumping yet. Okay.
No, yeah, I think those are maybe 3 weeks into flower. They've
Oh,
just set bud, so. And then I have
it's
skunk
just little
tangy lime in that
babies.
room too.
Skunk tangy lime. Now, I imagine that's tangerine lime
Yeah,
skunk.
yeah.
Okay, now how much skunk is on it? Like, is it nasty when you smell it?
It's not bad. Honestly, I think the strawberry gelati we got is more skunky when you break it.
Wow.
But I think that smells like almost like sweet sunflower seeds that has like a skunky hint when you break it open.
Nice.
Pretty good skunky smell on that one.
Good. Yeah, because every now and then I want something that's just a gross, chemi, skunky, diesel something, you know. So every now and then, for a while there, it was the turbo diesel from Dakota Green. I was smoking some of those because that had a nice. I would prefer an even stronger diesel taste than that. And anybody who smoked those got a pretty decent diesel taste. I would prefer even stronger. I would like if I took the first hit off of it, off of pre-roll. I'd like to take a hit and be like, oh, like shit, you know.
Yeah.
Just old school, wanting some gross, nasty stuff. I know Eugene from Dakota Natural Growers. Shout out Eugene. He also likes disgusting stuff and mango. Also, just
Yeah.
There's some of the guys that
I talk to both of them pretty frequently.
yeah, they're the ones that like they want a bag that smells somewhere between a really old diaper and dumpster juice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That old school weed.
yeah, just gross. And a lot of people are more into like the sweet, you know, delicious tastes of things as well. But you got to keep the old school guys happy too.
I think there's a lot to be had for legacy genetics.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're what built this. There's so many genetics that are built off of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Is that the only seeds that you use, or
No, basically I run, if I see it and I like it, we run it. So
beauty?
we are constantly dropping. Like I just dropped a bunch of super glues, which not even sure what's in it, but that sounds cool. I got some violet love that I'm gonna put
Nice.
down, and I'd have to look at my books to
No,
figure
no,
out
no.
what
You're fine.
process.
But those sound beautiful. Violet Love. That's a beautiful name. I mean,
Yeah.
if the high on that is as euphoric as the name sounds, that's going to be a beauty. But
I'm hopeful.
and that brings me to another thing we talked about a little bit. What do you do when the plants don't work out? When they shit out?
They just go in the garbage.
You just go in. Do they go into compost or?
Yeah, basically, like off our pheno hunts, we don't really pheno hunt in rooms. We try not to. For one, it costs a lot of money for testing. For two, we get inconsistency.
Okay.
So generally, if I find a plant I want to keep, then I can start moving that to production, and the whole pheno batch will just kind of get composted.
Oh, okay.
Which
So
sucks, but
well, yeah, but also you're not putting out crap because what? Okay, you said something about they're able to apply radiation to
yeah,
stuff.
you can remediate and
Yeah,
things like
remediate
that. Yeah.
which is applying radiation to what's that do to the plant?
Well, it'll kill any microbes on the product.
Okay, and then that makes it good for testing.
Yep.
Good to go. And that's so. And what are those microbes that they're killing off?
I think you have bacteria, fungus, multiple panels of microbes that you have to get through to pass testing.
And that radiation will kill the fungus, all of that stuff.
It'll kill everything. Everything will come back clean.
Damn, dude, that's dirty. I'm glad you guys don't do that.
No, yeah.
It sucks that other people do that, but I'm glad you guys don't.
Yeah, we definitely, it goes in the garbage. If it doesn't pass, we're not going to push anything out that's not.
So what's the longest you've ever spent on a strain to have it slap you in the face?
I think I'm about 14 weeks on this cloudberries that just did not turn out the way it was supposed to.
And you've already decided there's no saving it.
It's already composting.
Oh man. Ouch. Okay. Well, that explains the price of your guys' strains as well, because when you're doing stuff like that, when you're keeping it as, I don't know, for lack of a better word, as 100 as possible, just keeping it as honest and clean and doing what everybody else, I guess, says they're doing. Everybody says they're doing this.
Everybody's an organic gardener in cannabis.
Yes, but you are going to the extreme. You guys go the full length it takes to have as small of a footprint as possible.
Yeah,
and
we have no runoff, we don't have wastewater. We're not using chemicals. We're not polluting streams. We're, really control the inputs. I get to work with agronomists and things, heavy metal testing on all of our inputs. Everything's tested that goes into our soil.
Even the water, everything.
Yep, I've had all my water tested.
Dude.
The water's controlled. And hopefully we'll be able to get a water system soon. We're saving money for it, so.
Well, yeah, but I mean, good on you. And you said this started with your partner and they kind of backed it on the money end. You came with more of the cultivation knowledge end.
And we all kind of threw in where, we hand built everything.
And they're not even concerned with trying to get their pockets fat or get a nicer house.
I don't think any of us are going to get fat pockets off this. That's not the goal at all.
Exactly. But they're not, hey, why aren't you putting out more? Why isn't there more money coming in?
No, I don't know. They're so easy to work with,
That's also very rare.
Her and her husband, and then me, and now my oldest son's 21, so he works out there with me.
Beautiful.
So
dude,
we're fully family operated.
That's beautiful, dude. That's so nice.
It's just a lot of hard work, and I did 450 days, and then I think 3 weeks ago I got to go to Omaha. I got my first day off.
To go to the Omaha Zoo, which anybody who's been there knows that's
not a day off.
Yeah, that's not a day off. That's basically a day hiking in the sun.
Yeah, that's what it was. But my kid enjoyed it, and I got to.
That's why we do family, it.
So 2 weeks we're going to the Renaissance, so that'll be really fun.
Hell yeah, dude! Nice. I mean, you're just the nicest guy, man. I couldn't be happier for you to just come together with somebody who has the passion and the integrity.
Yeah.
To keep it honest, keep it honest, and not go for a big money grab. Like you see, unfortunately, I'm not going to say anything, but we see a lot of that in the industry and a lot of preparing for money grabbing too. But you guys are preparing for recreational in a different way. You're preparing in a way, you're not buying a bunch of new locations. You're not doing you just want a bigger space to serve the community because there's going to be a larger community to serve.
I think, we'll a little bit more than double, hopefully, if rec passes. And we got Simpson starting with us this next week.
Shit.
Yeah. So
you scooped up Simpson?
I'm really excited to have him.
Buddy. If you watched last week's episode, I was hassling Simpson. I said, nobody has scooped you up yet, dude? Because I was trying his concentrates and stuff that he was rolling joints of his flower. We were trying all his
he is so intelligent. He's gonna bring so much to the table.
Oh man, that is Dude, you're hearing it here, man. Fucking Simpson, man. Simpson is going to be working with Rare Earth Craft Cannabis, dude. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if you could have picked a better dude.
I'm excited.
That's so great because he also his one of the things that everybody noticed with his dabs is the same thing with like From the Hills. Luke takes such pride in keeping his shit as clean as possible. And Simpson has some of the smoothest dabs on the planet, dude. And he has things that he ages like fine wines. He's like, this rosin here has been aging for 7 months. And dude, he's a connoisseur.
He takes a lot of pride in what he does.
Oh,
he aligns with our goals.
You guys are so lucky. He's so lucky. That's so nice that a group comes together like that. I mean, all the more reason to be out there supporting rare earth 100%. I don't see why you wouldn't. They're the people doing it as real as possible. I mean, I'm sure there's other companies that do it, other places that do it as real as they possibly can, but I haven't heard anybody say anything like the things that you have said, where where they go that extra length to not have the runoff water, like the dirty runoff water, like you said, and other things like that. I haven't heard other people talk about that kind of stuff. And I don't know anything about who radiates their weed and who doesn't, is any of that stuff like public knowledge? There's not
Sure.
there's not like a website you can go to and be like, does this company do this? Because that's all private shit when you send it to the labs and stuff. So, I mean, like, I would think. I don't know. I don't know how to do the Freedom of Information Act stuff.
I don't know how to do that either.
No, but I'm sure when Charlie cools down, if he ever comes back in the area, he's that kind of guy. I could always ask him what to do, because right now he is. I wouldn't ask him about South Dakota cannabis right now because he's just in a bad place about it. It really burned him. He was really disappointed in a few things. And he's back in Colorado, though, getting, recharging his vibe, dude. He's been posting videos from back there. Just, I don't know if you follow Charlie Hempseed or anything.
I got to meet him at Unity Road, and he was a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He seemed
he is a solid
really passionate, dude. Really.
Yeah. Damn it, you were at Unity Road too, you sneaky son of a bitch.
I'm quiet. I'm super introverted. When I work and I go home with my family.
Oh, when I'm not doing this, I am not an outgoing I'm not a social butterfly in any way. When I'm not doing this, it's all like, do we have to go? Like,
yeah.
Do you want to eat in the restaurant or do you want to get it to go? To go all the time, all day to go. I am a to go and eat it at home guy all day, or in the car, or all day. No, I save it up. I save it up to do stuff like this because I'm generally interested in cannabis and the cannabis industry, and I've had such a bad taste in my mouth lately with every question I ask, the more I dive in. It was nice to talk to Luke. Like I said, he keeps his stuff as clean as possible. He even offered to let me, be there when they press it and see the whole thing.
That's the guys from the Hills.
Yeah.
I met those guys out at Unity too, and they were.
Oh,
we played them in beanbags.
Oh shit, Luke's a competitor, dude.
Yeah, they beat us.
Yeah, he's a competitor, man. For a big, he's a big, strong dude, and he's a rugby player and stuff. But he is the quietest, most humble guy to talk to. It was crazy because I can't stop blowing him up about his concentrates that he puts out, because the selection, the fact that they're all clean. I have COPD.
Yeah.
So any kind of chemical add-ons, anything you don't get out of the plant, it's gonna hit me like a ton of bricks.
Wreak havoc on your lungs and
real bad. Yeah. Like if somebody smokes like a factory-made cigarette around me, I'm done for the day. That's like if in the car, I've had people roll down the back window. I'm toast, dude. It'll hit me here too at my brother's house. He smokes like a fucking chimney, dude. And there's times when I've showed up too early for interviews and sat out there and shot the shit with him for like 2 hours, and then come in and I'm like, I gotta cut the interview off at like an hour because I'm like, I'm losing my voice. I don't know what to do. I'm losing my voice. So yeah, it's nice. Get in here and just get to it. You have such a high skill level to be so humble about it, to be not braggadocious or anything. You're not coming out with in your face high energy labels, or you're just sitting in the back, sitting in your fucking, not in the back of the pack, but you're sitting in the back. Everybody else is up in the front talking and arguing and complaining about stuff, and you're just in the back, your face in your book, just studying, doing stuff.
I don't really do a lot of social media. I'm in the garden club. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Get to hang out with old ladies there, and then
Hell yeah.
I'm in some book clubs with some agronomists, and read
Nice.
a lot, listen to a lot of lectures, a lot of
Knowledge is power,
podcasts.
dude.
I think in this industry that's what you have to do.
What kind of lectures do you like? Like who's a
Um,
good one?
I do a lot of agronomy lectures.
What's agronomy?
The study of nutrients in soil and nutrient management.
Beautiful. Okay,
So,
because I've been looking at like marijuana grow videos and
yep.
things like that, and I don't care about the like just little stupid things they talk about. I really want to know what's going on.
If you want to learn about soil, don't look to marijuana. Look to field crop production. Look to other industries. Cannabis has been so blacked out for so long that there's not necessarily the studies and the information, but we can look at soil and we can understand how soil works through other crops. So
Okay.
you don't
So through other
necessarily,
industries.
but I mean, I don't just garden cannabis. I grow food, and I've grown food for years, had big gardens, and learned about that stuff. So it's far beyond cannabis at this point.
Nice. So you're like a earth rancher, dude. You just summon things out of the ground, you
I
know?
think it's just good to know, how to preserve our land,
For sure.
our
Me
soil.
and her, the thing that we're gonna get into next is pickling
Yeah,
things. We want to know how to pickle things.
it's
We
not
want
too hard.
Yeah, that's what we found out. We looked at like a little kit thing and we were like, what do you need to pickle? And it listed like 5 things. We're like,
Yeah,
what?
in a canner. Yep,
Yeah.
that's it.
So we're going to be pickling probably, I would say probably starting this fall. We'll probably get, when the heat starts to dip,
Yeah,
we'll probably start pickling. We'll have a nice weekend or something of just pickling a bunch of crap and seeing what turns out, man. Yeah, it's I've really gotten into that. We tried a garden a couple years ago, but with my anxiety and stuff, I can't always tend to it. I can't always get outside to get there. I've been getting a lot better though. Recently, we took a trip to Tennessee for a funeral, which is an unfortunate reason to take a trip, but it did me a lot of good as far as like in my head anxiety issue stuff.
yeah,
And instead of coming back and just hiding from my problems like I usually do, I came back and I just started getting shit done, dude.
yeah.
It's a nice feeling. And off subject topic, I'm gonna start going back to church too.
Yeah.
Just off subject, like not that anybody has to like believe in that stuff. I'm not even sure how much I believe. I miss the community aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like I miss just the large group of people getting together and instantly everybody has something in common.
Yeah.
Everybody came to church that
People
day.
just with a good focus. I mean,
Yeah.
to do better in this world. And
Yeah, and people who I'm trying. The difficult thing is finding a church that, unfortunately, the difficult thing is finding a church that's accepting and that is willing to let you just come in and not be from there, especially where I live, small towns, stuff
to
like
not be
that.
judgmental and
Yeah, so I gotta have like a religion buddy. So I got a friend of mine. His girlfriend always goes to church, and I'm gonna go with her to church on Sunday. We're going out Saturday to go do like a breakfast buffet thing with them, and then we're gonna go on Sunday. I'm gonna go to church. I'm not making anybody else go, so I'm not that guy. I'm not forcing the kids to get up and go or making her go, or it's something that's just for me that makes me feel better, and like I think that's what brought me into this is the cannabis community is kind of the same as a church community in the way that everybody is extremely kind and accepting, and they don't treat you like you're an idiot for not knowing things.
Yeah.
They love that you're curious in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
I think I don't know, the world should be like that. People should support each other.
Well, yeah, it makes a lot more sense.
It does.
All right.
That's why I keep to myself.
Yeah. Well, everybody's got the same goals, safety, stability.
Yeah.
That everybody wants that for them and their families and everything, so I don't see why we don't all get along, why we're all finding so many reasons to point out how different we are instead of all these reasons why we're the same. Because
I think I've thought about that with South Dakota cannabis, like I really think that we need to unite and we need to realize that, federal legalization is coming and we need to build something in this state that can compete with states.
That, and you need something built in this state to make it so they can't just come in and take over.
Yeah.
Because that's one of my concerns with federal legalization is that it would turn into like cigarette companies.
Yep.
You'd have all these big companies come in. You'd have the shitty paper with the little lines of gunpowder in them to keep them going. Yeah,
super glue for the fire safe, and
super glue for the little fire safe thing. Filters with all kinds of shit in them. Added chemicals to keep them fresh. And I mean, it's really going to be everything that we don't want for cannabis.
I think it's going to be rough as time goes on. Keep
it's going to
cannabis away. Yeah.
Well, it's hard to stick to your guns, when those big companies, if they ever do, hopefully never, but if they ever do come for a small company like yours and want to try and run you out, you're going to need that solid following that I'm 100% sure you're going to have by the time anything that comes. You're going to have a strong following. You are doing great. Dakota Natural Growers has a real strong following.
Yeah.
Who else? Pure Bliss is doing great. Dakota Herb is kind of, their Big Sue Buds is kind of on the fence because they're just up and coming, but I've seen nice things for a startup. I've seen nice things. King's Blend was a really nice one. Good smoke, good all day smoke on that one. So that's exciting. What is I always fuck this up. It's got to be on here. 1889. I always fuck it up and say 1886. Always, every time, dude. 1889 Farms. I'm excited about them. They've got, they're starting out also very small.
Yeah, I've seen a lot. I think as I load up Instagram to chat with people, I always see pictures. They have some really good looking flowers out there.
Oh, very beautiful. And they're focused on the same things, kind of. I don't know how clean their operation is, but I know that I've talked to them. Way back when they had the cultivators get together out in Rapid City, I went out there and talked to them, and they are passionate about their strains.
Yeah.
And they picked really unique, nice strains to start with. They didn't go with the group or go with, old school popular ones. They picked a little bit off the wall, kind of. I'm intrigued by it though. And I hope other smokers kind of generally think, at least in the ballpark of how I do, because that to me is intriguing. I haven't heard of that before. That's going to be fun. Do you grow any buds with the intent of coming out around a certain time?
The hazes I'm pushing right now, I'm hoping to release next summer. I have Mango Freezer and Blue Haze, which is Amnesia Haze crossed with blueberry.
Oh.
So if I drop those, I just think the Mango Freezer sounds like a summer strain. So.
Mango Freezer, if that comes the way I think, where it's going to be mango with a little bit of that menthol,
I hope
kind of on the back. If it comes out like that, that's going to be a big winner for the summer. That'll be, you're right. Yeah. You're right, because the cooling feeling is going to be nice in the summertime.
Yeah. We're still kind of establishing what there's demand for, trying to push new stuff to market.
Anything that you think meets criteria right now is what's good, because you haven't put out a bad one yet. So, and that's not a lot of people can say that. People have put out things that they're disappointed in.
It's not good. It goes garbage.
Oh, it shows. That's what I'm saying. It shows 100% in your product. It shows when you pick up the product, it's not, you never look at it and go like, oh, this bud's stemmy, or from start to finish you can see the love.
My son hand trims everything.
Wow.
Sits in a room for 5 days straight and will hand trim.
Well, dude, he's doing a great job. You're training him. You're training him correctly. Very nice. Yeah, that's because I know some people can go crazy with the trim and over trim and stuff like that, and then you kind of lose a little bit of the love off of it, or people under trim and you get too much sugar leaf. It ends up with a harsh smoke. So that is a fine. there's so many. That thing about cannabis is there's so many steps where you can just ruin it all.
Yeah,
You
there
can
is.
just ruin the whole fucking thing anytime you want.
Yeah.
You have to.
We come down into climate controlled room and then hang for 2 weeks and buck into totes and let it cure a little more, then trim in, cure a little more, then
Until
goes out.
you feel
Yeah.
it's ready to go.
By the time it goes out, it's probably 6 weeks from harvest.
Nice. So it's okay. And does that vary a lot by strain?
Not really. I mean, 6 weeks is
You found that that's a good to
pretty
get
standard. Yeah.
to make it nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just don't rush it. You know, people will fast dry stuff and
Never
get it out
do
as
that.
fast as possible. And
No.
there's no rush to market, which is really nice.
If your bud fails, your bud fails. That's and it's nice that you guys do it because well, I think that would add some anxiety to the job a little bit. At the same time, you know, you also cut out the anxiety of perhaps trying to push a subpar product to market. You never have to worry about your reputation.
If it fails, there's no I mean, there's you don't
get reprimanded
No, she's on the same page. She's like, oh well, that happens. Let's just we can.
How nice! And then you guys picked up Simpson.
So there's not a super lot of the pressure, and it makes it pretty easy.
Yeah, which is you seem like a very laid back guy, but you're very passionate about what you do at the same time.
Yeah, she puts me in a great position where I can just completely focus on what's in front of me and growing cannabis, and
she's dealing with the business stuff and the
blocks all that out of the way,
and then you can just focus on the plants, which shows.
Which I have my son, son Bradley, and Simpson out there, and I think as long as we can create a really good environment, just to learn and grow and produce quality medicine.
Man, you're talking about bringing even more passion, into the little tiny group that you guys are going to be. So much passion, so much love and dedication to the industry in that small group.
I think it's dedication to the plant, the industry.
Well, not even so much to be incredible growers, but to grow the medicine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's ultimately what everything's about is people that this goes to, people that won't be here next year.
Yeah.
People that'll be gone that we can help and smile with their families. And
I had a stepdad that had cancer, and that's when everything in South Dakota was illegal, and I had to get him buds because I knew where to get good fucking shit, and I only got him like a quarter of weed, and that lasted him the entire time. He would put a little tiny nug in a little pipe, and he hit it one time, but that would allow him to be able to eat.
Yeah, with you.
Yeah,
you can eat with.
And so he went from like. He was a tall guy, and he usually walked around to like $185, $195, and he got all the way down to like $145, and they're like, we don't know what to do. He's just wasting away. He can't keep food down, and basically they just accepted that that was gonna be it for him.
Yeah.
And fucking I started getting him some weed, and my mom started cooking for him twice a day, and we got him all the way back up to weight, and then he ended up having a stroke due to complications and surgery, but he died cancer free, and if it wasn't for the stroke, he would have made it. So I mean, cannabis, people can say whatever the hell they want about cannabis. I have experienced it on both ends. I've had it stabilizes me, makes me able to function, and I've seen it literally save somebody's life. So
yeah, I think what we're doing is important. More important than money in someone's pocket.
Yeah, and I think it's more important than you get credit for, because other people that make medicines that help people out, I mean, people can't say enough nice stuff about them.
Yeah.
And I heard this from Charlie's thing. There was somebody in Butte County at the city meeting, and they said that if they see someone smoking marijuana, they should legally be allowed to shoot that person and kill them. And not everybody there thought that was a bad idea.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah,
When there's legit, I mean, medical benefits to this.
there's proven medical benefits to it, and the level of ignorance that South Dakota, especially some small town communities, a lot on the East River, the ignorance that people are showing to it it's embarrassing. As somebody who has, I have no education besides the education that I've gotten myself on cannabis, and to hear some of the ignorant things that come out of people's mouths when they talk about marijuana is shameful.
Yeah.
It's yeah. They feel like their community is just going to go to hell.
Yeah.
Guess
don't think
what?
That's the case.
Guess what? There's people you're close to in your community who smoke marijuana. Yeah. There are 100%.
I think there's plenty more that drink that wreak more havoc on families
and themselves.
Yeah.
I personally don't drink, so
I don't drink either.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I don't like feeling like I don't have full control of who I am, and that's because that's and then you embarrass yourself. You do things that you normally wouldn't do without alcohol.
Yeah,
I've never smoked a joint and then had to call somebody the next day and be like, "Dude, what did I do after we smoked that joint, dude? I don't remember anything. I came home, I'm missing a shoe. I got my fucking keys, but my car's not here. Or I got my car, but my fucking keys aren't here."
Yeah.
I never had that on marijuana ever. So the comparison is ridiculous. The whole argument is childish, and it's not based on facts. The problem is we're letting people make political big time decisions with their heart and not with their brain. You know?
Well, hopefully we got rec coming on the ballot, so hopefully
people respect it.
That people just don't need a card to,
and hopefully people respect it and don't send the quality of marijuana in South Dakota into the shitter.
I know we'll do what we do. I can't.
Exactly. At least that makes me feel, you don't know how much that makes me feel. That makes me feel so much better that at least if this goes into rec, there's going to be a safe space. There's going to be a company that I can at least.
We can expand some. I mean, I don't know.
And I'm not speaking for other companies. I don't know what they'll do, but it is a very tempting opportunity to expand beyond your means almost. To where you're forcing product.
Yeah.
You're forcing. Sure, I got this flower that's $30 an eighth, and I got this one that's 55, and they're from the same company. And it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You should.
I think just you should release what you're proud of.
Yeah, and if you're not proud of it, if there's anything wrong with it, destroy it. Take the hit.
It's not even a hit. I mean, it wasn't yours in the first place.
Yeah. There we go.
It came from the ground.
Yeah. You're getting, these gifts from the soil. And I mean, it doesn't give you what you want every single time. Well, such is life, really.
Yeah, you move forward.
And you can still have a extremely great life while not getting everything you want. Getting everything you want would almost take the beauty out of it,
Yeah.
What is your personal favorite strain?
I like the strawberry gelati.
Yeah?
I like Power Nap.
What is it about the strawberry gelati?
The skunky smell. It's got kind of a sunflower smell, and I love sunflowers.
Nice.
So it almost smells like sweet, salty sunflowers.
She's into sunflowers as well. It's her favorite flower.
I really like sunflowers, yeah.
Nice. Oh, that'll be a nice one then, because it smells like sunflowers.
I think it smells like sweet, salty sunflowers. But
wow. You'll
have to check it out and let me know.
Dude, I'm down. I am 100%. Any product from you guys is, I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited when I see a new strain from you. When I see something, you guys are available at Superior Buds, which is my hometown, basically.
We're doing a meet and greet there, I think, on the 22nd.
Beautiful. I'll probably be there as well. Because, man, just the passion, and the knowledge, dude, you know so much about all of this. Just with that, with like, you talked about the strawberry gelati, and then you said the power nap. Now, is the power nap? Why would you pick that one as one of your favorites?
It doesn't give me bad anxiety.
Do
It's a
you also
nice,
have an anxiety condition?
yeah. I can get bad anxiety. You know, when you have anxiety, sometimes you find that fine line of threading anxiety and kind of get normalcy, but you were always kind of
I
you were
tried.
always kind of watch for outliers with anxiety
Yeah.
disorders and
Normalcy is not good enough for me. I want it toned down a little bit below that. I don't want to run at that red line.
yeah.
I can't. I can't. Motor's not good. Motor's blowing some valves and shit, man. You got to kind of run it a little bit, a little bit of a lower cruise. Also, just that's gorgeous, dude.
I got some dog punch that I just cut clones to put into production that I hunted, and I'm really excited about that.
Is that's the one that you said smelled super sweet?
Yeah, it smells amazing.
And
It
that's
has
sweet is
like a sweet sour smell.
oh, if you could get sweet and sour together,
I I wish I had a smellometer with me or something. I could let you smell everything, but
buddy, that's oh, don't worry. We'll do I'll have you back anytime you would like to do an interview or anytime you got something you're excited about coming out. You're welcome back anytime. It's just, if anything, this interview is comforting to know that if shit really does go recreational and people go nuts and just start pumping out whatever the fuck they can as fast as they can, because it'll sell.
oh yeah.
Um,
I think that's kind of what happened with medical too. I mean, when we started from seed. We
well,
didn't
I heard a lot of complaints. People tried to say they wouldn't go back to certain companies because they tried them when this started and they were crap. And it's like, everybody was.
it's yeah. I mean, everyone had to start from ground zero. It's, it's a lot of effort and work to try and get something there quick.
Okay. Well, yeah, because you said it's all about the soil, and you don't just have this self-sustaining, self-feeding soil just on hand. You have to like go through steps to kind of
Um,
create it.
yeah, you can get soil, you can build soil, you can
Wait, well, how do you do it?
um we can order pre-made soil kind of, and then as we amend, our microbials will come to life. So basically soil is just peat moss, pumice, and compost.
So it's
Like you're
so
basically
like
running like
an
a
instant pancake mix, it would be just the powder stuff, and then
kind
you
of,
can
yeah,
you can
like,
add your seeds,
well,
your
you
flavors,
run
and
like
your.
a soilless media, and then you can run soil testing and kind of figure out targets and amend towards your targets to get fertility where you want it to be, and
I heard pH balance is a son of a bitch.
not really know.
No, how do you regulate your pH?
You can use sulfur or lime if you want to push it up or down, but really organic soil kind of balances itself.
No shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
We do a lot of our inputs are like bone meal, things like that.
Do you
Soft rock
use
phosphate, alfalfa meals.
do you use any kind of like fish droppings or
No,
anything like that?
you can use fish bone meal, but it's high in sodium, and then your cations can go out of balance, and you can run into issues. It's you're when you start studying agronomy, you're kind of pushing towards a goal, but you're never going to hit that goal. You're always up and down on that goal.
Well, yeah, but you're just trying to get as close to the goal as
Yeah.
possible,
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
which is a frustrating form of science. Yeah,
Sustainable crop production.
that's frustrating.
Plants are forgiving, though. I mean, you're building an ecosystem.
Well, and marijuana is a weed, so it you can get it to the end if you want. You might
Yeah.
not have the top notch thing, but let's say you're a home grower and your plant's not going as perfect, you can still get
See
it
it
to
through.
the finish line.
See it through.
Yeah, and learn so much. Don't, if you're growing at home and it starts to look a little yellow or so, don't give up. Try to save it. Try to learn as much as you can for the
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always learn.
And also, when you're growing at home, you might only have a couple plants, dude. And if they go bad, you're fucking. I don't get to smoke my own shit for another fucking how many months now? So you should try to save it. Try to save it.
I think homegrown is such a wonderful thing.
It is.
People get, you get that holistic medicine. You put your energy into a medicine that you get to take.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a.
Hopefully, we can get more lax laws for home growers in the state.
Yeah, I'm not much into the growing part. I've always thought about just growing one plant. at a
Yeah.
time, and just seeing what happens with the one plant. If it herms out, it herms out. If it, whatever happens with it
Either way,
happens.
you'll get something that you created, you know?
Yeah. And even if it's, even if it's not smokable, I'll still have done that and be
It'll be
like,
smokable.
well, yeah, but I'll be able to get it to like, I can get it to,
Yeah.
I can get it to grow. I can get a plant to stay alive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That has to be a great sense of accomplishment. Yeah, that's so yeah, it's also growing your own marijuana, growing your own any kind of plant really is therapeutic.
Any
So
kind of gardening till August hits in September. We always joke about that. We're always so excited for gardens in the spring, then by the time late August, September hits,
August
you're
is
just
so hot.
you're over it. Everything's overgrown. The weeds are coming up, and
No, I love it. I still love it. I'm still outside, happy to be sweating. I do not enjoy the winter time at all. I do like the fact that our state resets every year. That's nice. Keeps the scorpions and really dangerous kind of things away, more poisonous or venomous.
Oh, we got a ton of lacewings at the house right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, hundreds of them.
Oh no. What are those?
Those little green bugs with the clear wings.
Oh yeah. I had one of those on my arm the other day in the fucking car.
I love lacewings.
Wow. Nice. Do they they're not dangerous for the plants or anything?
No, the lacewing larvae actually eat bad bugs.
Wow.
Like crazy amounts of bad bugs. They hatch into these little green beautiful bugs and make more babies to eat more bad bugs.
Wow, nice, dude. Shit. I shouldn't have smashed that one.
I don't smash them, but my girlfriend gets mad. She's like, why do we have all these bugs? I'm like, don't touch them. They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're beautiful and they're serving an extremely nice purpose that makes all the plants better off.
Yeah.
Because it's helping out all the plants by taking out those invasive and harmful pests.
Yeah. Yeah. It's running that scale. I mean, people spray a lot of chemicals and
that's heartbreaking to me. Do you ever use anything like neem oil or anything like that?
No.
Nothing at all.
We'll use suff oil.
What's that?
It's basically like mineral oil. We use that in veg, and then as we go into flower, we use a lot of beneficial insects.
Nice.
We have rose beetles, mites in the soil. We have mites that can go on our plants. If anything gets in, they'll eat them.
So are you another one of those companies that doesn't really feed the soil? You feed the things in the soil?
Yeah, we feed the soil. We feed the microbes in the soil.
Yeah, and then they do the work.
They do the work, yep.
Beautiful.
Compost teas, run good compost teas. All organic amendments.
Nice. And what is an amendment? Like, I know that's like adding something to it, right?
Yeah, amendments, basically anything that we can get nutrients out of. Bone meal, alfalfa meal, soybean meal.
Where do you get the bone meal? Is it from people?
No, there's so basically there's very specific companies because we need to worry about heavy metal testing.
What do heavy metals do to your plants?
They fail testing, so we want to avoid arsenic.
Yeah, no shit.
I think cadmium is in there.
Are those just carcinogens? I know arsenic is just a fucking poison.
Yeah,
but
just anywhere in the industry there's heavy metal testing.
Okay.
So we're constantly looking. We source clean inputs, even if they're more expensive.
Well, yeah, I mean, because to fail testing, I mean, you're done. That's it. That's game over.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Jesus, yeah, you got to be super careful about what you're using.
It's extremely difficult because we are in organic soils. We can't escape heavy metals in organic soil.
No, but you have to keep them down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Constant, testing our soil, getting feedback on
how often do you test?
I'll test once a month, typically.
It's not bad.
So I can follow any kind of trends, if there's any accumulation or what's going down.
If something was to happen to the soil, how long does it take for your soil to like flip to fucked? If it's doing really good and you add something to it that's bad, does it take like a couple months for things to really go south?
As far as plant nutrition, or
as far as like being able to grow in the soil and
it don't get fucked because I have so much science behind it.
Nice. Damn it, I love that answer. That was nice. Yeah, that was good.
We don't. It's not.
That was some gangster action hero shit.
It's
I like
not
that.
a guessing game at this point. I mean,
that doesn't happen, sir.
I work with I get a chance to talk to really brilliant people.
Well, don't sell yourself short. You are extremely intelligent, if not brilliant. I'm not a very educated person to say anything about who's really smart. Plenty of people are smarter than I am, but it's not so much that you know the fancy words and the terms and stuff like that. It's the passion in it, because these aren't like you said, you don't know all the crosses between the plants. But anytime I ask you any question about soil, that shit is right there. It's right there.
Well, and we got Simpson coming, and that guy is an absolute genius when it comes to genetics.
Yeah, he's been growing for what, like 23 years or something like that. He's been
breeding and
allegedly.
I
don't know what all these stupid laws are. Shut up with all the stupid laws. Why are we going in the past to try and arrest somebody? What is this, Minority Report? What are you doing? What are you trying to be, Tom Cruise? Getting him? God, go arrest yourself like he did. Gotta do what you gotta do, son. I don't know. I'm really excited about everything you guys are doing. If you do expand because of rec, I know how far off is rec? It's over a year yet, isn't it?
2024 it'll be voted on. Then I suppose probably the next July it will go into effect.
Wow. I mean, if they let it this time.
Yeah.
If they allow it this time. We already voted it in once.
Well, yeah. As long as we get a good bill in there, I think we'll be fine.
Mm.
You know, if we don't give them a reason to overturn it, there's nothing that I don't think can be
Well, what
done.
have the medical marijuana users in South Dakota done to stop it? I haven't seen anybody getting arrested. Nobody's going crazy in the grocery store because they smoked a joint. No. I've heard some people say that they've had panic attacks from certain strains. That's just anxiety stuff. And that's, more sativa dominant strains are going to kind of tend to lead you that way a lot. I have anxiety conditions though, and I like sativa strains with limonene. Is that it? Limonene. There we go. Fucking limonene and linalool. I get those fucking tied up all the time. But limonene is really nice for me in the morning or in the daytime when I still got shit to do, you can find strains that have a high content of that. And I can't remember what limonene does exactly. I know linalool is like lavender and relaxes you and calms you down. Limonene, I don't know. It makes me feel like, for lack of a better word, it makes me feel like brighter.
Works with your body chemistry well.
Yeah, and I'm sure as more studies are done, I'm going to be able to figure out why it does that. And
yeah, it'll be exciting if we ever go federally legal and people can really start digging into studying and.
Yeah, if South Dakota, if we could get another lab, dude, please, somebody, just another lab going. Not that there's anything wrong with the lab we got. It's just one lab, dude. It's one place, and we need more. There's companies starting up constantly. There's dispensaries opening all the time. We need more places to do testing so we don't have these issues like we had in July when everybody had to send their shit in to get tested again, and it was just a free-for-all.
Yeah.
People were going, I don't know. I sent it in 3 weeks ago. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, when the state released new regulations and
that was difficult. So why not have
always the other factor with owning a business is
that in our state is sometimes ignorantly against cannabis.
Yeah.
And a lot of the politicians and stuff support it. Support the ignorance to cannabis, and it's
silly at this point.
It is. It's silly. You want the meth to go away? Cannabis. You know what potheads don't do? Meth. It doesn't go together. I remember back when I did meth, I smoked so much marijuana it didn't matter. It didn't do anything. It had no effect. I wanted cigarettes more than anything. Cigarettes were my vice.
Cigarettes will get you.
Man, whoever makes Newports, dude, I bought you a yacht for sure, dude. I smoked a lot of Newports, man. Back in those old dirty days. I can't thank you enough for doing this, for coming out, for. I mean, where are you based out of?
We're in Brandon.
No shit. So that's not too far. Do you have a dispensary in Brandon, like your own?
No, we're just strictly cultivation.
Just strictly cultivation. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you deal with Dakota herb?
We do sometimes. The problem is we're sold out right away.
Yeah.
It's when something comes down, it's gone.
So where's the first place you go? Where's the first place you guys sell to?
Canacare in Sioux Falls. The flower shop, Greenlight out on the west side.
Yeah, but they're a national I imagine they'll expand.
I think we've been working with Mitchell a lot lately.
Yes, Mitchell has the strawberry Twizzlers and the Stay Puft.
I don't handle none of that. She handles all of that, so I am not super smart on exactly where we're at all the time.
Well, the flower shop's a safe bet, and Canacare is the first place I ever saw you.
Yeah, we're typically always at Canacare.
Okay.
Joey was one of the first people to give us a shot, and definitely appreciate that.
Hell yeah. Okay. So Joey's most likely to get first dibs. I know nobody is guaranteed first dibs, but Joey's most likely if they want it.
Yeah.
Okay. So Canacare, safe bet. You want to get rare earth. You want to get what just came out, when they drop new stuff. You want to know where to get it. Get it at Canacare, but get in there early, dude. I'm not bullshitting you. You get in there within the first few days if you really want it. Sometimes the first fucking day. But you get in there within those first few days, or I don't want to hear any complaining about you didn't get to try it or you didn't get to do this, because the quality is there. I know there's still some available right now. There's still some available at Superior Buds. You can still get the strawberry Twizzlers, and I'm pretty sure you can still get the Stay Puft. But dude, I'd get it because who knows how long it's going to be there. And I know you guys are going to keep supplying them. They're at least going to get one or two strains from you all the time.
Typically, we try and get, everything we drop, everyone gets a little bit.
Yeah.
So that we can kind of spread out as much as possible.
Yeah, and that's nice for me because it saves me on the drive, and I can get there the day it comes out. So that's just personal selfishness of mine. It's really nice to have you available at the small town shop, at the little place, and it's one of my favorite dispensaries. Not because only of its location, of it being close, because of the people that work there. They're extremely nice people. Bob he cares a lot about what people think and what, how best to help people. I couldn't think of a better guy to be managing the place. I have no idea what that is. Oh, my mom's with the kids. They're asking to spend nights at places. That can wait, man.
Our son spent the night with his cousins tonight. So.
Yeah, I got one staying with his friend down the street, and I got the other one wanting to stay over at his other friend's house now. That'd be kind of sweet. We might have a little bit of a quiet house tonight.
Then you don't know what to do with yourself.
Oh, we'll go to bed. That's what we'll do. We'll go to bed at like fucking 8 o'clock. We'll be like, nobody's here? Well, let's go sleep. And we'll wake up at fucking 4, 5, 6 in the fucking morning. We do that a lot. Well, she does that a lot. I've been doing it with her recently, though.
I'm up all night.
I was the guy that was up all night sleeping all day. Yeah.
I study all night.
Nice. I usually just play video games. I have to allow with my my issues that I have, disconnecting from reality is very helpful sometimes. Otherwise, if I don't, I'll be fine for like a day if I'm doing stuff and I'm I'm busy and there's things going on. I'm totally fine. But if there's nothing to do and I don't disconnect for a little bit, I'll become a frustrated, grumpy guy, dude. And unfortunately for me, it's video games that help me disconnect. Some people
recharging that battery, able to deal with people.
Yeah, and it's I take things too personally. I let shit get to me. I'm trying to do this thing. I can't remember the guru that said it. And I'm not really into that guru stuff because I feel like a lot of those guys are charlatans, for lack of a better word. But there was a guy that wrote a book called Be Here Now.
Yeah.
And I never read the book. I just enjoy the concept of be here now. I spend so much time personally in my head in the past worrying about what's going to happen in the future, what could possibly go on, that I'm not here. I'm missing what's happening right now in front of me because I'm in my head somewhere else. And I really got to stop doing that.
Grounding is tough.
Yeah. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, grounding. Like, just learn to be in the present and not let your past affect you.
No shit.
Yeah. It's like a therapy thing.
Nice. I really like cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yep.
That really helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
It's the whole world's not against you.
No, but you feel like it is.
Yeah,
sometimes.
you're just going out there going, the whole world's against me, and then if that's what you're going out there like, that's what you're seeing.
Cognitive distortions and
you're internalizing everything and making it all about you. Like
trauma fucking sucks.
Oh man, it does. But at the same time, it's how we got to be these unique people that we are.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's also not to say beneficial, but at the same time, it does make you different than what you would have been, just on one path. Maybe we wouldn't end up being as good of people as we are without it,
Yeah.
I could have definitely seen myself being an arrogant prick for sure, being just self-centered, and I could have seen that if I hadn't had trauma in my life. Yeah. Maybe not so much, huh, J-Star? Maybe not drop so much on me.
You want to take a small break?
Shit, yeah. What do we got here? Hour and 15 minutes?
You got long enough?
Yeah. Well, no, we can we'll take a small break. We'll come back and we'll do a quick outro thing. It was nice having you here because I have these questions on hand because I don't have to, I don't have to type it out. I don't have to, I was blowing it up to be something it wasn't, the reason this show functions and does well is because I enjoy doing it.
Yeah, it definitely shows.
Yeah. And the things I find out about cannabis, even today, find out agronomy, right?
Yep.
Agronomy is what I need to fucking look up to really find out about, because that's all anybody talks about is live soil. Yep. Live soil this, live soil that. It's got to be live soil. It has to be. Or it's not. I don't know. Why wouldn't it work if it's not? I don't know shit about soil.
I just think you get a better product off living soil.
Yeah. Is it easier to maintain?
If you know what you're doing. I mean, it all comes down to if you know what you're doing.
So you could run with non-living soil and still grow?
Yeah.
What's the difference in the end product going to be?
Like if we're running Athena, we're running petroleum-based chemicals. They're not good for the environment. We have runoff coming out of our facility, going into the water, which is ultimately going to end up in rivers and the ocean, causing environmental damage. Where the way that we're doing it, it's cleaner, and I think it makes a lot cleaner medicine.
You said you don't have runoff water or anything.
No,
there is no dirty runoff water.
No,
that's a pretty rare thing to have because almost everybody runs, like you said, like Athena stuff, and I mean that's all got to be rinsed off. And
yeah, you're flushing through. Every time you water, you're flushing out sodium.
Touche. I never really thought about it like that. I suppose I just didn't know, really.
Well, I think organic living soil gives a much better product. It's cleaner high.
I mean the
more complex.
It shows. If
There's
anything,
so much that we don't know of what's going on with microbes and terpenes and
yeah, because even the stuff you've mentioned, you don't know how deep that little society goes.
no.
How
I don't know if we'll ever know.
Well, see, but that's fun because that's an endless path of learning.
Yeah,
there's an endless amount of new stuff to discover. That's exciting.
It is.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm a full-on nerd, dude. I'm a full-on nerd. Whatever you want. I'm not a geek because I don't know computers and stuff, but I'm a full-on nerd. I love learning. I don't know why. I just love learning stuff, even if it's not going to benefit me. Really, it's something new,
interesting facts or things that you're just curious about something and you want to.
Yeah, and the live soil thing, that's awesome. That it's kind of an endless thing. Because I also like stuff on the universe. That's kind of an endless thing. But
Yeah.
holy shit, does that get overwhelming
Yeah.
sometimes when they
That
start?
could be overwhelming just to think about.
Well, they start explaining things like, no, you don't understand. You can't perceive with your brain how big the universe actually is. And you're like, what if I try really? That's anxiety. That's anxiety. Yeah, dude, it's that's cool though that I can just start learning an endless amount of stuff about soil, live soil, living soil. I'm not sure which term's appropriate. I don't know what live, living, alive soils pronouns are. So, but I'm going to say living soil. I think that sounds good because it's
organic living soil.
I mean, it's like a community and it's a whole ecosystem, dude.
Well, the wonderful thing too is, I know Mango does living soil at his place. Tom Eugene's getting into it where he's
Bad River also.
Yep.
They run live
And
soil.
we're all going to have our own microbial herd. So necessarily something that I grow, if they grow the same plant, they might have a different outcome.
Yeah. And that's the beauty of it though.
Kind of get our own unique product coming out of our facilities.
You could take 10 of the same seed, send it to 10 different places and get 10 different plants.
Yeah.
That's beauty, dude. Yeah. That's going to create your brand basically. Yeah. That's your brand's taste, your brand's flavor, your brand's type of plant, Yeah. The other company's not going to be able to just get your seed and do your shit. Yep. Yeah. That's really cool. You're going to have like your own trademarked, unique stuff. Yeah. Like swordsmiths and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking cool, dude. I mean, wow. That's another sweet nerd angle, dude. I love that. You're like fucking, you're like, Wild West kind of gunslinger guys a little bit. You're not murdering each other, but everybody's got their secrets on how they do this or how they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're really starting to get a good market here.
Hell yeah.
Because people are really starting to figure out what they're doing. And
well, even if you tried to mimic what somebody else did with their soil, I mean, temperature conditions.
Yep. There's so many
many factors that are going to change it. You're not going to be able to just, even if you have the ingredients, it's not going to happen at the same time in the same way.
Yep.
That's so awesome, dude. So there is no magic key to great marijuana strains.
Time and attention.
Yeah.
Dedication.
And that explains another thing to me, because there's a lot of home cultivators that are like, South Dakota growers need to catch up, man. Oh, they don't do this right, or doing this is easy, blah blah blah. Yeah, but you're growing fucking what? You're 2, 3, 4, 5 plants. You're not supplying a dispensary. Yeah. You're not even sending your shit off to get tested most of the time.
Yeah, definitely at scale, it's a way different deal.
And then you've made yourself accustomed to almost your own brand of cereal. You don't like anybody else's cereal because all you've been eating is your own shit. A lot
of that's, ego plays a big role in that.
Yeah, I still have huge issues with ego because I feel like growing up being judged and always being put down. Now you feel like you got to prove shit to everybody all the time. It's long. Like you said, I am going back into therapy, and I want to do it more intense, a more intense version, because I used to do once a week, and once a week doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's not enough for me.
Just what works for you, man.
Well, at first, I imagine it's going to taper off. I imagine eventually once a week, once every 2 weeks kind of thing is going to be enough. But to actually dig through this fucking dirty laundry basket of trauma is going to take for fucking ever, dude.
I'm 6 years in, and I go once every 2 weeks.
Nice. See, that also gives me, you just give me endless hope the whole time you're here. Brightening my day. If we do go recreational, I still got a place I can turn. I still got a good company I can roll with, not have to worry about. Not that you're going to be the only one, but hearing somebody just flat out say, we're not going to do that because that's not what we do, makes me feel so much better. Everybody else is going to try and get as big a piece of the pie as they can, as soon as they can, to kind of corner their own portion of the market. And you're not going to have to worry about that because it's just going to be this little quality nugget that just fucking wedges in there and just keeps getting. Because with the insured quality angle of it, every new person that tries your stuff, even if it's not their particular thing, let's say they like another strain of somebody else's better, they're not going to be able to shit on your brand. It's going
Hopefully.
to, I don't see how. I think if anybody comes out shitting on you, it's out of spite and jealousy. I don't feel like they have any grounds to really come out and shit on any of your products.
We definitely try our best.
Yeah, like the only downside to Stay Puffed was it hit too hard. I mean, but still, that has a purpose. That serves its own purpose on the market. And a lot of this is just the show is in its infancy. This is all immature, kind of in its own way. Because the top 10 list, I see myself constantly rearranging it all the time in my head. But I really think that the Strawberry Twizzlers, it's always been on the top since I tried it, since I had it. It's always been on the top, and it's never really moved around. Um, Another one of my favorites was that Belushi strain, that Lemon Vuition
Yeah.
that he had. Everybody called Lemon V. That was really, really nice, but that comes back to my love of that terp. So
Yeah.
that fucking lemon terp, just if you can take the soap out of it
Yeah.
and hit a hard lemon with no soap taste, that's really
I got
nice.
Some lemon hash plant we just took down, but I don't know if it's necessarily super lemony.
Well, yeah, but if it's smooth and tasty,
It's still curing, so
if it's smooth and tasty, I don't imagine you having anything that doesn't have a decent taste.
I hope so. Taste is important.
Yeah. Well, taste is becoming too important to some people. I go based off of the nice high it gives me,
Yeah,
and then
high,
it comes down to
clean high, good exhale.
yeah. That's the thing. When you smoke your strains, you smoke it and you take that first inhale, and on the first exhale, you always just kind of want to close your eyes and tilt your head up, and just kind of just really let it just soak in, because it's every time is like, especially that Strawberry Twizzler. Every time I lit a joint of that, every time was like a special event. It's just like, I mean, it's really nice.
Something
It's,
to look forward to.
yeah, and hey, if you had that roast mellow from the hills before, those when they re-released it, it fucking it's got almost a black color in it. It looks almost like moon rocks kind of in a way, but it's not. And it's very nice. It's super dense, tight little fucking nugs. That was a really nice one. I didn't really bring a strain to do on the show today because I had so many questions for you and stuff that a strain is really irrelevant. And I've kind of hit a plateau with strains of weed right now. But the roast mellow would probably rank almost higher than it did before. Not that it would be, it's not going to be a number one or anything, but it's a nice smoke. More of a heavier smoke though, more of a kind of a lazier, laid back smoke almost. Perhaps not lazy. Well, a little bit. It's more of a PM smoke, I'd say, if I had to put it in a category. But the taste is on point. The color's nice, dude. What I liked about it is I rolled some of the lemon V and I rolled some of those ones, the fucking roast mellow, and through the paper you could tell the difference based on the color. And it's like, man, South Dakota marijuana is coming along so beautifully.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It just, if as long as we keep the passion and the dedication up.
Yeah.
I mean, if everybody could follow your set of rules, like, you know, just to leave as small of a footprint as possible. Don't be afraid to scrap it. You know, reuse your plant material as much as you possibly can. Don't do anything that gives you dirty runoff. If it's giving you dirty runoff, you're cheating, I feel. I'm not a grower or anything, and I don't understand deeply the struggle, but I know growing shit is hard. Very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to have put in the amount of dedication and time that you have to be able to do it so well, you should be able to take pride in that. You should be able to say, hey, if you're using runoff and shit, you're doing it wrong. You could do, not so much you're doing it wrong, but you could do it better. You
Yeah.
know, you could do a better job. You could do a more pure job and get a more pure and complete product. Even though the radiation thing and stuff will it all the ozone, whatever you expose it to, UV, whatever the fuck, it'll kill whatever's on there, and that's a get out of jail free card. Have the balls to not do that. Have the balls to take that hit. Be like, well, fuck. It's I'm not gonna make a profit off this, but I suppose it'll be some nice compost. I bet it smells good still.
It does.
Yeah. So I mean, you'll get small benefits from it, and you'll get nutrients and stuff from it, and it'll serve its purpose. Just be patient. Take pride in your work and do things the right way. Don't rush products. Dude, especially with my COPD, I'll call out your harshness every fucking time. Even if other people are like, it ain't that bad, it's going to crush me, and I will tear your ass up about it, because I'm trying to find a nice smoke. I'm not going in there to cough my ass off or anything. I got a bong at home. I want to fucking cough my ass off. I'll set it up, it bums me out when I buy something and I take it home and I'm like, fuck, this is gonna tear me up for the next 2-3 days, because I buy like a little eighth or a pre-roll or that sucks. So to take the time to cure it properly, get all the chlorophyll out, just pride in your work, the level of excellence. Shit, dude, it's just exceptional. Like, bravo, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate the support from everyone.
And we appreciate the clean, beneficial product that you put out, that you give us. Now that kind of leads me back to Dakota Herb, where they got the Belushi Farms weed at. Do you guys have dirty runoff? Because if so, that'll change my personally, it'll change my opinion on whether or not I want to smoke that strain over potentially having the option for a cleaner strain. I want the cleanest weed I can smoke above all, even if the cleanest weed you can get is a 15, 16, and this other wash shit is perfect. My perfect range is like 18 to 22 in there. I think is just beauty. And, even if the other one's right in there, I would go with the cleaner smoke. So, I don't know if everybody appreciates the hard work and how much you put into it, but I couldn't. I couldn't imagine doing that. Buddy, have to look at one of your babies you've been growing for how long and be like, nah. Like, fucking.
I got clones of it, and it goes to help people.
Well, that and even different environments, different things. Maybe it would be a really good one for concentrates or something. Not every. I don't feel like every cannabis plant is meant to go flower and be done. I feel like some of them some of them almost have like a jawbreaker. They have that secret inner layer that you got to get to, and you're like, oh shit, what's that?
It'd be super great if we could get into concentrates down the line.
With Simpson, I don't see why not. Yeah,
there,
with Simpson, he makes some beautiful, clean, wonderful concentrates that I've personally tried, and I bugged him so much he gave me something to fucking take home, because I was bothering him over this one because it was so good, dude. It's so clean. It hit like a fucking truck, but it was clean, and that's so rare. And fucking, Simpson's he's an intelligent, nice guy. And if I ever grew anything, that would be one of the guys I'd be like, check this out. How bad did I fuck this up? Like the first few grows, you're going to be like, how bad did I do? Not how good. You're like, what's wrong with it? Because I know it doesn't look the same. Don't lie to me. I got eyes. Simpson's a great addition, dude. I was literally asking him on the last show, when's somebody going to scoop you up, dude? Damn. That's so weird. The universe is flowing, man, doing its thing. We're all just riding along. It's fucking crazy. Things are just like coming together. Dude, on the way here, we've been seeing, every time we leave the house, we see fucking bald eagles. Every time we
Yeah.
leave the house, I see a bald eagle. It literally flies over our car every time. This time on the way here, we saw a bald eagle and it fucking swooped down and she had to hit the brakes to keep
Oh,
from
jeez.
smoking it. Yeah. So, and those are supposed to be, I don't know how much I believe in all this stuff, but those are supposed to be like good signs of like making changes, doing things that you love, doing the right thing, like being on the right path kind of shit. And I mean, we've seen probably this summer, we've probably seen 15 eagles.
Yeah.
Like literally 15 at least. Just fly, and they most of the time fly over or right in front of our car. So I feel like I'm doing this podcast is kind of maybe like what I'm supposed to be doing, because I feel like I'm boring the piss out of everyone is what I feel like.
I watch it every week and
Sweet.
It's not boring.
I do though. I feel like that's why I can't listen to it. I get in like 20 minutes. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, nobody wants to hear your stupid ass talk about weed. But some people like it, and I appreciate all of you, everybody that does. I know Bob always listens to it. The people at Superior Buds are always checking it out, and that's really nice because I feel like I get honest opinions from them. So I feel like if I did something and it sucked, they'd be like, dude, what the fuck was that?
we definitely appreciate you.
Thank you. Damn, that's really nice. I don't know how to handle compliments properly. Therapy, I'm coming. All right. I suppose, what strains do you have like coming? Well, one more thing. The tattoo on your leg, that's a sunflower, right?
Yeah, I got some flowers.
And that's in progress?
I just been working at it once in a while when I
You're doing that?
Yeah.
No shit. Wow. Good, just creating when he's not creating, dude. This fucking guy don't stop.
Well, I painted for a lot of years, and
no
I
shit.
just kind of wondered how it'd be with the tattoo gun, but it's a little rugged.
Well, yeah, it's a little rugged, but you're doing it yourself. It's it's also, by being a little bit rugged, it's also extremely unique. And I haven't been able to stop staring at it the whole time we've been here. Every time I'm asking you a question, I always glance down at it because that bright yellow just fucking pops out, dude.
Yeah, I'm surprised I got the yellow to stick so well.
Yeah, it's a hard color to get to stick on there, and it really looks. I didn't know you were doing it yourself. So, yeah. I mean, you're doing a good enough job. Well, you're doing a good enough job to pass first glance. Because I look down. I mean, if I really look at it, you can see rough edges and shit. But if you just glance at it, you're like, oh shit, he's getting some work done. Like, yeah. So that's fucking nice, dude. Damn.
Thanks.
I was gonna ask fucking where you were getting it done. I didn't realize you were doing it. Son of a bitch. Guy fucking does everything, I guess. But dude, you're it's almost inspirational how much you care about the plants and the patients and what people think of your product. It's very comforting as a medical patient. I hope this transitions, over the podcast to everybody at home. It's very comforting as a patient to know that there's people like you out there who genuinely just want to do the cleanest, best, healthiest product they can. And you don't care about how many people are telling you how great you are, or you just care if that's their honest opinion. You don't need everybody saying how great you are. You need everybody saying, like, if you like it, what do you like about it? Don't just say you like it. Why? Yeah. Why do you like it? What am I doing?
If you don't like it, let me know.
Yeah, what am I doing wrong? Even better. Yeah. I love that on the show. I encourage people to rip me a new ass anytime I'm doing stuff, and they feel free to tell me when episodes when I'm by myself are more boring because it's just me talking, blah 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 blah. Which interviews are mostly just me talking too. I don't think I'm oblivious to that, but yeah. So I try to lean more towards guests, and then thankfully you decided to be on here, which was very nice.
This is the first one I've done. I'm not super into social media, or I'm so private,
Yeah, I try to keep everything in house, Yeah. I don't try to air out my dirty laundry, and I'm not concerned with other people's mostly. I don't want to be involved in town gossip and all that stuff. I feel you.
I definitely appreciate you having me on.
Oh, I have wanted to have you on since I tried your first product I ever tried. I can't even remember what it was, the first one I tried. It's on the fucking list. I should check this. Hold on. I got that pulled up on here. I should find out which one that was. Because that's got to be on here still. Because it's fucking... You guys have incredible products that you put out. Just, I mean...
We're always hunting more.
Well, yeah, but they really do stand out, you know, like they stand apart from even other people who I know are good growers. I know they're good growers and I know they care and I know that they're trying their best to put out a good product. Does it go back that far? It doesn't. It was before we even had a list. That was a pre-list one before I even thought about doing a top 10 list, dude. So that was like one of the fucking first episodes because I know we got it at Canacare. And I don't know what it was, but I know it was great.
Could have been a lemon hash plant cross.
I don't think so.
Down there. I don't remember.
No. It was the power nap. That's what it was. It was the power nap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because we talked about it. And that was before we had a list because it's not on here.
I got 2 big beds of that coming down.
Oh.
So hopefully that'll get everybody through. Because I know there's a lot of people that come in and ask specifically for it, and everyone's ran out.
You're going to be crowding this list pretty soon. Because I always, I don't ever, the list isn't like set in stone. I imagine at the end of the year, I'm probably going to cut it.
Yeah.
And just have that's going to be last year's list and start a new list. Yeah. But then you're always going to have comparatively,
I think we as an industry, we want to see everybody kind of overtaking that top spot. That's what we really want as an industry here, because then the patients win no matter what. Yeah,
because even if you take let's say I do a new list and you take the number 1 spot on the new list, that doesn't necessarily mean you take the number 1 spot overall. Because there's still that strain. And even, a number 1, because the numbers might be different. It might be overall lower. I am becoming admittedly fucking spoiled on very good strains of marijuana. Like that roast mellow. I mean, people are going to love that roast mellow. The fucking Stay Puffed, I don't think is high enough on the list where it should be, because that is, because the more I do the show, the more I look at things from different angles. And if you look at that from more of a medicinal angle, it's actually a really important strain. Not like I said, like you thought maybe once a year. That would be really nice.
Just enough to keep a little bit on the shelves.
Yeah, or if, somebody at the time that comes out is going through, unfortunately, some kind of terminal cancer or something, you can buy a mess of that and it will fucking, dude, it will do things. I feel like if you were taking some kind of pain medication, that would almost enhance it to a level of like, because it is sedative and euphoric, and opiates tend to give you a feeling of euphoria, so it would almost enhance that. And for somebody who's going through terminal cancer, we're like that, any percentage of euphoria is welcome.
Yeah,
that's a rough road that I don't wish on anybody. But I've watched people go from cancer before a couple times now, and it's a vicious way to go. You gonna try and get that fly? That's our mascot, dude. That sumbitch, the only fly in here.
He's been hanging the whole time.
Dude, just kicking it. He's respectful enough not to land on me, but he just flies. Yeah. He's got a good work ethic, that fly. So the strains you got coming out is the gelati is the one that I heard. The gelati.
Strawberry gelati. We have thumbprints.
What is thumbprint? I've heard that from other people too. What the fuck is thumbprint?
Oh, shit. I can't think of the cross right now.
No?
I'd have to look at my notebooks.
I know the other ones you had, the AK-47 with the White Widow.
Yep.
I've had AK-47 and I've had White Widow before.
Russian.
The White Russian. Now, if the taste is similar to a White Russian, back when I drank, I was a big fan of White Russians.
We'll see what we get. Hopefully we get one that's really gassy.
Yeah. Or if it's just white and it hits hard like a fucking Russian.
We might get all the way through it and just might not find nothing worth keeping.
Potentially. Well, that's a potential. I love your optimism yet grip on realism the whole time. You don't let yourself get too ahead of yourself.
Yeah.
You're like, that could happen, but not gonna. Yeah.
I hope it happens.
Yes, but I'm not gonna put too much energy into.
You get your heart broke too much doing that.
Yes, yeah, I do, dude.
Especially in this business.
Oh, that was fucking most of my life. I just wear my heart on my sleeve and just get slaughtered, dude.
I got one right there. A couple of them.
Yeah, mine are fucking internal. they're fucked up. Yeah, I had a rough. Like I always put, I think the best in people most of the time. Yeah. If I meet, I'm very trusting. Repeat, and it's very easy to fuck with me because I've never been tested or anything, but I almost feel like I have some kind of like social autism. I don't pick up on social cues. Yeah. Like if let's say I was in a room, you and me are in a room like at a bar or something, because this used to happen to me at bars all the time, and let's say I said something that pissed you off and you're kind of giving me the hint to fucking leave you alone.
Yeah,
I will not catch that. Notice. Nope. Unless you literally say, hey, could you leave me the fuck alone?
Yeah.
I won't catch it. And I get hit a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I instantly I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, because I have no idea. I don't pick up on little social cues and shit like that. Anger.
Yeah. Therapy will hopefully help.
I imagine.
The result of trauma.
Oh, dude, I'm action packed with issues, dude.
Yeah.
I am a double release fucking DVD Jean-Claude Van Damme fucking movie set. With fucking issues, dude. But yeah, also that's another great thing. Seeing you come far with therapy, go down to once every 2 weeks, and be what I think is a very well functioning person. Like
I try.
Yeah, you're extremely humble, very in touch with yourself, open to criticism, more than happy to listen to any flaws. Just a great guy, and you're putting out a great product and you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Man, and we got some shit to look out for, don't we? We got some stuff coming. Some beautiful stuff. Grab anything you see from Rare Earth. Anything you see, feel safe in buying something from Rare Earth. It's gonna be top of the line. It might hit you for a little extra scratch, but that's the price of trying to have such a refined and nice product. You have to take, you almost pay a little bit for the insurance that there is with spending all that time on a full strain and potentially having it just be compost. I mean, that extra money is almost like an insurance fee because sometimes the strain won't turn out. And to keep doing it correctly, also that makes it makes a good strain that does come to fruition, that does go all the way, even more rare. Hence the fucking name, Rare Earth. I see what you did there. All right, I like that. So yeah, I mean, just it's the price you pay for getting a better product. And as we all know, as it expands, the industry becomes more fluid. Price of everything's going to start to come down more. You'll see much more reasonable prices. And if you can't afford it, I know some places are selling marijuana by the gram. So if maybe you can't afford a whole eighth, maybe you can get a gram of it. And still, what I like to do sometimes, if I get a strain that I'm not a huge fan of, I will take a nug from a good strain and I will grind it up and mix it in with that. And it's kind of like cooking. It usually really mellows it out and almost makes it have a ridiculously heavy punch. I've noticed it doesn't really matter which two strains you mix. If you mix two strains,
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. It's going to hit you real hard. It's fun though. It's very fun. I like to do it sometimes before bed.
Like the suicides with the pop machine.
Yeah, like you used to do when you were a kid. Yeah. You'd put a little bit of everything in one cup and then drink it. Whoa.
So terrible.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't care. I was after the sugar and the caffeine, baby. Yeah, we were wild. Even then, we were like, fucking, can I get fucked up off of soda? Maybe if I mix them all, I can get fucked up off of. No? Shit. Yeah, because that was our attempt at fucking, we really just wanted to drink. We wanted a fucking nice mixed drink, but we couldn't get it. Oh, man. Yeah, beautiful job. Just, dude, whatever you're doing, keep it up. Keep doing everything that you've been doing, just how you're doing it. And if you said you're gonna be at Superior Buds,
I think on the 22nd, yeah,
somewhere like the 22nd, maybe right around the 22nd. But yeah, if you're gonna be in the Mitchell area, definitely stop by. Find out when that is for sure. I'm sure we'll have flyers and shit later. Find out when that is for sure, and fucking get in there, and don't crowd the fucking guy. All right, be respectful. Give him his fucking space. But get in there and calmly get your questions answered. And if you want to know stuff about soil, dude, you go start writing them down. Start writing down your questions, man. This guy is like a genius with soil. He just rattles stuff off, man. And it's it's beautiful to see in the industry. It's beautiful. You're doing everything right, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you for making it possible for us to get a guaranteed clean product. Everybody's so concerned with it because of, things that have happened with other companies, etc. People are concerned. What are we putting in our lungs? What are we smoking? So yeah, for me personally, it's a great time to get this little bump of encouragement. I was kind of starting to lose faith in the industry a little bit, and it's nice to see. I know you don't like coming out, and I know you're more of a private guy, but to have you come on the show and say these things, and just, I hopefully people at home, wherever you're listening, hopefully you got just as much reassurance and stuff as I did from just hearing somebody who's really in it. And as usual, if anything I said offended you, or anything he said offended you, made you feel bad, if you were listening to this, you forgot, oh shit, I was supposed to be at so-and-so's house. If anything like that happened, you can't be mad at us for what we said when we were smoking that ish, dude. We'll see you next time. Thank you.